You made it to Right-of-Way Part 3. Today we're looking at the right-of-way rules we need to follow on freeways and canyons. In our previous right-of-way videos, we learned that the California Vehicle Code states that right-of-way is the privilege of the immediate use of the highway, which basically means right-of-way is whose turn it is to be going. We can think of right-of-way as a set of rules that if we follow correctly, it'll stop us from getting in each other's way or impeding each other's right-of-way, which could even lead to an accident. So right-of-way keeps us safe. Now, right-of-way is huge when it comes to entering the freeway because your on-ramp is most likely going to be a merging lane. A merging lane is an on-ramp or an entrance ramp to the freeway where you have to merge with existing traffic in the slow lane. We do not have the right-of-way. So to safely merge with traffic on the freeway, we want to match their speed and find a gap in traffic before we merge. Now, to find that gap in traffic, we need to SMOG, which stands for Signal Mirrors Over the Shoulder Go. It'll help us identify a safe gap in traffic before we merge into traffic on the slow lane. If we impede someone's right-of-way, it is a ticketable offense and could cause an accident. Now, some on-ramps or entrance ramps could be a weaving or continuous lane. Now, this is different because your on-ramp, you'll kind of notice, oh, I have my own lane when I get on. I don't have to enter someone else's lane. So if your on-ramp or entrance ramp is a weaving or continuous lane, you have the right-of-way. We still want to be cautious though because existing traffic in the slow lane, sometimes they'll make a lane change into our weaving or continuous lane because they might want to get off at the next exit. Now that you've safely entered the freeway, let's talk about making lane changes on the freeway. When making a lane change on the freeway, we do not have the right-of-way, so we use SMOG. It stands for Signal Mirrors Over the Shoulder, and then if it's clear, we can go. Some cars will be going up over the speed limit, so it may require us to do multiple SMOGs before we commit to making a lane change. If a car has to brake for us or adjust their lane position, we've impeded their right-of-way. It is a ticketable offense, and worse, it could lead to a severe accident because we're going so fast on the freeway. Now, if a car is passing you, we give them the right-of-way because the California Vehicle Code says any vehicle being passed must yield the right-of-way. So if someone's passing you on the freeway, we don't want to speed up so it's hard for them to make a lane change, as that is definitely not safe. When two cars meet on a narrow incline where passing is not possible, the car traveling downhill yields to the car traveling uphill. Now, when a car is driving below the posted speed limit and has 5 or more cars stacked up behind them, they need to pull off the road to let faster moving traffic pass them. Pulling off the road, we want to look for the shoulder or a turnout, as that usually has enough safe space for us to slow down SMOG and then pull off the road to let faster moving traffic pass us. Now, when you're ready to leave the turnout or shoulder, we want to do another SMOG to make sure there's a safe gap in traffic before we leave the shoulder or turnout. Now, before we go, let's do a quick review. When entering the freeway, it's important to ask ourselves what kind of entrance or on-ramp do we have? Is it a merging lane where we don't have the right-of-way so we match speed and SMOG before merging? Or is it a weaving continuous lane where we kind of get on and have our own lane where we should have the right-of-way? When we make lane changes on the freeway, we don't have the right-of-way and we SMOG before we make a lane change? And when we're being passed on the freeway, we give the right-of-way to the cars passing us. In a canyon on a very narrow road, cars traveling downhill yield to cars traveling uphill. And when a car's driving in a canyon below the speed limit and they have 5 or more cars stacked up behind them, they need to pull off the road to let faster moving traffic pass them. Thank you for watching Right-of-Way Part 3, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.